Welcome to Kidswear Therapy Podcast, brought to you by Pirouette Media. If you enjoy listening, please remember to follow, like, or even review us wherever it is you listen. Kidswear Therapy is a safe space to discuss the ups and the downs, the positives and the irritations of the kidswear industry. So join Linda and myself and our wonderful guests on Kidswear Therapy. Hi Linda.
Hi Katie. How lovely to see you again.
I'm good. I don't know where that ooh came from. Right. So we're going to do a very quick social media micropod.
Yeah. For all you people out there, lovely people that don't repost stories, particularly.
Yes. So I guess what we were trying to do is we have noticed that people are not making the best of their social media, so we just want to go through some topics quickly on it so we can give you our views and insight. So first of all, what Linda is touching upon is reposting stories. Linda, aren't you?
Yes, particularly when you're at an exhibition, at a show. People will take a picture of the stand, they might take a video, they'll pop it on their stories, and they'll tag you. And that little tag is your notification to go and repost it. Because if you don't, it takes 2 minutes or less, you're missing valuable marketing chance.
And can I also say that actually stories at the moment are very much, the algorithms are that your followers are the ones that are looking and scrolling through your stories. Now, with your stories, people really like there to be multiple stories to click through. And what you're wanting with your engagement is that people see your story and then click, like just tap it to get to the next story, and then then obviously they'll get a bit bored by you at some point and then they'll move on to the next person that they're following. But they are such a targeted audience at the moment. So make sure when other people have made content about your brand, about your store, about your business, about everything like that, and they tag you, it takes 2 seconds to just reshare that content. You can also put a little personalized bit of text over the top of it, or tag them or tag somebody else in it, because once again, they can then reshare it and tag it and get it on their stories. And that is what you're looking for. So when you are reposting, it's brilliant because you're using somebody else's content about your brand, about your business. It helps with your engagement, repost it, you can add a little bit more text, you can add another tag on it that then therefore somebody else is notified and they can then reshare it, and this all builds and builds and builds in your engagement, and it really helps with everything. So I do think your stories are so valuable at the moment, really valuable. So make sure you're doing that. And also, accounts like, for example, like Playtime, they do this very, very well, and they have to be commended with actually their Instagram. It's brilliant, and they reshare everything onto their stories, and they've got multiple stories, but usually it's very, very good, and you find a lot in there. So, that's resharing stories. Make sure you do it when you're tagged. It's so simple, and they've created it for you. So do it.
So that's number one. Number two, Katie. What would be number two?
So number two, I would say, is about collaborations. Collaborations now, they're fantastic. We wish we had collaborations back when we were doing the Rendezvous Kids Digital Fashion Week, because the whole concept of it was that we had a schedule of posting and we were posting the same content about the same time, and we were making, I think it was 4 accounts, valuable accounts in the industry have this content, and we're putting it all out at the same time. Then came collabs, where you can do one post and just invite people in, and then it gets out to everybody else's audiences. Now, these are absolutely invaluable at the moment, and I feel sometimes brands are too precious with your Instagram accounts, because the reality of it is I have some great content at the moment, and some people are not sharing invited collabs
Yeah.
Now, the idea of it is, which is really interesting, is you don't have to have that on your feed permanently. You can have it on for 3 or 4 days where it's out to your audience, and then you can either take it off of your feed, but it still remains as a reel that you have collaborated with, or you can then collab. You can actually, uncollab with it, which means that you've had the benefit of somebody else that has created that content for you, about you, and involving you, but you haven't had to do any of the work, and you benefit from it. So for me, it is one of the most valuable things that you can do at the moment, and you can collab with up to 6 collaborators at the moment. So please stop being so precious about how everything looks at the moment. It's not how it works on Instagram. It used to work like that 10 years ago. It doesn't now. It's all about engagement and videos and carousels. Oh God, I'm so preachy. Number 3, Linda, have you got one?
Music.
Music.
Music's very important. You can go, there's a little tab, or when you go to search for your music, you can look at trending, and you can look at what tunes are trending and what tunes are on the way down. Obviously, it needs to suit what you're putting out there, but it's very easy. You can just run through a whole load of trending music, and you're more likely then, again, algorithm picks you up. Yeah. So music, make an effort with it.
I guess 4 is just going back again to what I was saying, is Instagram is a whole other beast than it was 10 years ago. Instagram was, as it said, it was about images, and it was about, it was all about your photo. It was about a pretty photo, and it was all about that. Now it is not. It's not the same as TikTok, but it's completely geared up for reels, and you have to make sure that you're within the first 3 seconds that there's something engaging. Those 3 seconds really count, whether it's something funny or visually entertaining. Those 3 seconds are absolutely key. There's a lot of people out there at the moment that are that have a very old-fashioned, who are actually saying that they are running social media things, but they have a very old-fashioned view, in my view, about social media.
Well, you have phenomenal amount of views, Katie. You're getting massive views on your reels now.
Yeah, I think what's interesting, obviously, we started doing video work, back 10 years ago nearly, I think it is, but that were so boring. It's like the longest interviews, and I was trying to be like a real in-depth journalist. I was trying to solve the world's problems with kids fashion, and then and then we realized, as we've been going over the years and everything, it just got quicker, got faster, got more.
You got more fun. I mean, like throwing the balls and the lemons, and you just let it get a little bit, a little bit more entertaining, should we say?
Yeah, and I think that's the thing, is like, I guess when I was doing that as well, I started looking up transitions. So then I started doing the lemon the lemon throwing and things like that. And then when we started doing things like that, it started going up a bit more. What's the interesting thing? It's not always about saying, going, I have this lovely dress there. Yeah. It's about people will come to you and see some of this stuff, but you've got to be it's tricky, isn't it?
Yeah,
you've just got to be engaging, and the algorithms, they definitely favor your your scrolling pictures with music over them, and your reels basically at the moment. So.
I've done quite well with the slideshow with music.
Yeah, that's it. Slideshow
at the moment. Yeah.
The words I was looking for. Those things, the picture after the picture after the picture.
Or carousel. Do you remember the old little 35mm film that you used to slot into carousels and project on the wall?
Do you know what we're doing, which is really weird actually? is we're kind of we're taking a lot of social and then putting it in the print magazine. And that's the funniest thing, is like we're taking like all the, you know, what's going on in there, or people that we're seeing on Instagram, and then putting them in the print magazine, and then putting the print magazine all around the shows, which is like, it's quite a funny kind of take on it. But I do think brands aren't making the best out of their social.
No. And engage when people mention you, engage when people post pictures of you.
Oh, I guess, and the other thing, I guess, like, I don't know if we did 5, but I'll just say 5.
Yeah.
I would say I think obviously like social media etiquette is really important, and obviously we all make mistakes. I've made lots of mistakes, you know, in not tagging things or whatever, and people remind me and things like that. But I would say just always try and make sure that you tag everybody involved if it's their work, because, you know, people are putting a lot of work into these things.
Yeah.
And sometimes people are just loaning some pieces out there, so you know, you've got a good practice is to make sure you tag them. I would say with some people in the industry, photographers and things, I would say please don't tag us, like press, on absolutely everything that you're doing that is not remotely to do with us.
Yeah.
Because, you know, if we're getting tagged on every single, like on a photo that you're wanting us to share, but lots and lots of stuff, it kind of backfires a little bit. I'd like a little email.
Yeah.
Old fashioned. I'd like a little email that says, I've done this editorial and this is thing.
Or
can you
even a DM, Katie?
Yeah, DM.
Doesn't have to be an email. Just pop us a DM if you want us to look at something.
Yeah, exactly. A DM if you want us to look at something or share something. Social media etiquette. Just try your best at it. Make sure that you reshare everybody's content that they're making about you, you know. It's such a shame not to, because to be honest, you can take it off your feed and 2 weeks later if it's not show season or you don't want it and it doesn't fit. It's no, but please try and share everything.
Don't be too precious.
Yeah, don't be too precious with your Instagram. Get it out there. Yeah, did you see Petra and my chicken banana dance?
I did. Well, Petra's going well on TikTok at the moment, isn't she?
Oh my word, she looks fantastic.
Yeah.
She's doing it amazingly. She's on TikTok, and I think one of her TikToks has got like over 3.8 million views or something.
Amazing.
I mean, she went completely viral with it, and it's such a giggle because it was like her dancing with her friends that are to do with like their retreat and everything. Yeah. And I think it's like all these younger generations saying, this is who we want to look like when we're older, which was a bit of a giggle. But
we have to say, Petra is the lady running Skimperello.
Oh yeah, Petra.
Just in case some of our listeners don't know who she is.
Yeah. So Petra, she's running Skimperello magazine, but she's doing amazingly, and she's brilliant at TikTok. She's got the right. Her sense of humor with it is brilliant. Yeah. We got these little bags from a Spanish company at Playtime, and I saw that she'd done because she also is doing like weight loss videos and things, which are really cool. And she did this one where it was like you know, when you're at the shows and you're eating and stuff, and she said, when I go home, I think it's like she's eating from this, and it's like this tiny, tiny little bag, but it was super funny. You know, she's got the right sense of humor with it. So, yeah. Follow Skimperello, she's brilliant.
Okay then, that's great. Little lesson today.
Yeah, that's a lesson on social media. Hopefully there are 5 points in there that you can decipher. And on to the next pod.
Bye, Katie.
Bye, Linda. Thank you for listening. Remember, you can continue the conversation in the Pirouette Directory forums at pirouettedirectory.com. If you've enjoyed our podcast and want to show some love, you can leave us a rating or review wherever it is you listen right now. Kidswear Therapy is a Pirouette Media production.